Hello everyone. Today I am Rishabh Bhardwaj, Assistant Professor from the Mechanical Department, taking the lecture of Applied Thermodynamics. Today in this lecture we will learn about the normal shocks. In the some range of the back pressure, the fluid that achieved a sonic velocity at the throat of converging a diverging nozzle and is accelerating to supersonic velocities in the diverging section experience a normal shock. The normal shock causes a sudden rise in pressure and temperature and sudden drop in velocity to subsonic level. The flow through the shock is highly irreversible and thus it cannot be approximated as isentropic. The property of the ideal gas with a constant specific heat before and after a shock are related. Here we have a system by which flow, which is supersonic, moving towards right with a velocity v1, pressure v1, enthalpy 1, density 1 and the entropy 1. Then after the passing through the control volume, the mass number decreases to the lower than 1 and become a subsonic level. Then the velocity will become v2 and the pressure p2, enthalpy 2, density 2 and the entropy 2. Meanwhile in the control volume it will experience a shock wave that are known as the normal shock. For this we have to assume the steady flow with no heat and work interaction and having the potential energy 0 or no change. Then we have to consider a conservation of mass by which we are able to get ρ1 a1 v1 is equal to ρ2 a2 v2, where a1 and the a2 are the constant. Then we can cancel the area a1 and a2, and by which we are able to obtain a equation that is ρ2 v2 is equal to the ρ2 v2. Then the conservation of the mass we have from the conservation of energy. Now we have h1 plus v1 square by 2 is equal to h2 plus v2 square by 2, by which we are neglecting the flow and we are able to get that h01 is equal to the h02. It means the enthalpy remains the constant. For the ideal gas, the temperature is also constant, that T01 is equal to the T02. Here the next we have the conservation of the momentum, by which we have obtained the equation that is dp by rho is plus vdv is equal to the 0. And the integrating yield that a change of pressure P1 minus P2 is equal to the m v2 minus P1, where with increase in the entropy S2 minus S1 is greater than is equal to the 0. Thus we can see that from the conservation of energy, the stagnation temperature is constant across the shock. However, the stagnation pressure decreases across the shock because of irreversibilities. The ordinary temperature rises drastically because of the conversion of kinetic energy into the enthalpy due to the large drop of fluid velocity. Then we have the relation applying across the shock, that is T2 by T1, that will be equal to 1 plus m1 square k minus 1 by 2 upon 1 plus m2 square k minus 1 by 2. By this we are able to obtain the same equation for the pressure ratio, that is P2 by P1, and from that we have taken the values m2 square is equal to m1 square plus 2 by k minus 1 whole divided by 2m1 square k by k minus 1 minus 1. Here the entropy change across the shock is obtained by applying the entropy change equation for the ideal gas, constant properties and the across the shocks. That will be S2 minus S mean that is the change in entropy is equal to Cp natural log of T2 by T1 minus R log natural log P2 by P1. Here you can see in the diagram of enthalpy and the entropy, we have several pressure and the velocities. In the pink line you can see the Rayleigh line having, which is increasing in order, having the supersonic flow, that is the Mach number is greater than 1. At the peak of the curve we have the Mach number is equal to the 1, and at the end of the two lines we the decreasing line, that is a subsonic flow, that is the Mach number is less than 1. From starting to the end point, that is 1 to 2, the displacement is known as the shock wave. We can combine the conservation of mass and the energy relation into the single equation and plot it on an enthalpy entropy diagram using the property relation. The resultant curve is called the Fano line, and it is the locus of state that have the complete value of stagnation enthalpy and the mass flow. Likewise, the combining of conservation of mass and the momentum equation into a single equation and plotting it on the entropy enthalpy diagram yield a curve called Rayleigh line. The point of the maximum entropy on this line, that is point A to B, correspond to the Mach number 1. The state on the upper part of each curve is subsonic, and on the lower part, that is the supersonic. The Fano and the Rayleigh line intersect at 2 points, point 1 and point 2, which represents the two states at which all the three conservation equations are satisfied. One of the corresponding to the state before the shock and other correspond to the state after the shock. Here the flow is supersonic before the shock and the subsonic afterward. Therefore the flow must change from supersonic to the subsonic if shock is at occur. The larger the Mach number before the shock, the stronger the shock will be. In the limiting case of Mach number 1, and the shock wave simply becomes a sound wave, the entropy increases, S2 is greater than the S1. This is the expected since the flow through the shock is adiabatic and the irreversible. From this table we have plotted the different values of the Mach number by which we are able to grab the pressure ratio, density ratios and the temperature ratios, which for starting that Mach number is 1, then the Mach number at 2, that will also 1, the pressure ratio that will be 1, and the density ratio is 1, temperature ratio is 1, and the pressure ratio of 0, 2 and 0, 1, that will also 1, and the pressure 0 to 2 pressure 1, that is 1.829. If the Mach number increases and goes up to the infinity, then the Mach number M82, that is 0.3780, where the pressure ratio P2 by P1 is also infinity and the density ratio is 6, and the temperature ratio is also infinity, and the pressure 02 by 01 is 0, and pressure 02 by P1, that will be infinity. By the help of this diagram we can see the curves plotted, and by which we have analyzing and evaluating the exact values and transform it to the tabular form, by which we are able to understand the values and pointing out which values we have to use. For this, let's take an example to understand more that air flow with a velocity of 60 meter per second, then a pressure of 60 kilopascal and a temperature of 260 Kelvin undergoes a normal shock. Then we have to determine the velocity and the static and the stagnation condition after the shock and the entropy changes across the shock. Initially we have to start with the Mach number. That Mach number is equal to V1 by C1, where the velocity is given that is 600 meter per second, and by the C1 that has the formula under root KRT, where the value of the K is 1.4 and R value having 0.287, then the T value having given in the question, that is 260 Kelvin. By equating this we get the Mach number, that is 1.56. By the help of this, we from the tabular equation or the ideal gas table, we will get all the parametric values, and that parametric values, that P1 by P01 is 0.1597 and T1 by T01 is 0.521, and the other values, that M2 is 0.6045, P2 by P1 is 3.852, and then rho 2 by rho 1, that is 2.4473. The temperature T2 by T1, that is 1.574, and P02 by 01, that is 0.7875, and P202 by P1, that is 4.931. From the conservation of the mass, we have to assume that the area is at constant and A2 by A1 is equal to constant. Then we can neglect the value of A from the both sides. Then the equation will form that V2 rho 1 is equal to V1 rho 1. Then the V2 value is V1 by rho 2 by rho 1, that is 600 meter per second by 2.4473. That will form 245.2 meter per second. Then the velocity, then the pressure ratio, that is P2 by P1 is equal to the P1 into P2 by P1. That will become the 60 kilopascal into 3.852, that is 231.8 kilopascal. Then T2 by T1 ratio is equal to 260 into 1.574, that is 409.2 Kelvin. And temperature at 01, that will be T1 by T01, that is 260 by 0.5921 is equal to 493.1 Kelvin. And pressure 01 is equal to the P1 by P01, that is 60 by 0.1597, that is 375.6 kilopascal. Next, the P02 is equal to the P01 into P02 by 01. That will be 375.6 kilopascal into 0.7875. That will equal to 295.8 kilopascal. Here the entropy change across the shock is change of entropy, that is S2 by S2 minus S1, that is Cp log T2 by T1 minus R log P2 by P1. Here the Cp value is 1.005 as we know, and the T2 by T1 that we have find out in the previous slide, that is 1.754, minus the value of R, that is 0.287, and the net and the log P2 by P1 values, that is 3.852. By evaluating this, we will get 0.0688 kilojoule by kg Kelvin. It encourages the topic, that is the next oblique shocks. Now we have another one more example, that the shock wave in a converging and diverging nozzle. In the air flow through the converging diverging nozzle and experience a normal shock, wave at the nozzle exit plane, in which we have to determine the following after the shock. That is the stagnation pressure and the static pressure. Then the static temperature and static density. In second part, we have to find out the entropy changes across the shock and the exit velocity. In the fourth point, we have to find out the mass flow rate through the nozzle, and as it the assumptions that we have to taken that it is a steady one dimensional isentropic flow with having k factor that is 1.4 from the nozzle inlet to the shock location. Here you can see a converging and diverging nozzle by which a mass flow rate of 2.858 kg per second has been transferring, and in between some shock waves has been noted, and we have the following parameters that P01 is equal to 1.0 megapascal, P1 is 0.1278 megapascal, T1 is 444.5 Kelvin, and density 1 is 1.002 kg per meter cube, and the match number A1 is equal to 2. These are all parameters have been derived from the ideal gas parametric values. For this, we have air flowing through the converging diverging nozzle experiences a normal shock at the exit. The effect of the shock wave on various properties is to be determined. For the following, we have to take some assumptions that air is an ideal gas with a constant specific heat at room temperature. Second, the flow through the nozzle is steady and one-dimensional isentropic before the shock occurs. The shock wave occurs at exit plane. And the properties that we have to be considered that the constant pressure, the specific heat and specific heat ratio are Cp that is 1.005 kg per kilojoule per kg Kelvin, and the value of K is constant that is 1.4. The gas constant of air is R, that is 0.287 kilojoule per kg Kelvin. For the analysis, the fluid properties at the exit of the nozzle just before the shock are those at the nozzle exit. That P01 is 1.0 megapascal, P1 is 0.1278 megapascal, T is 444.5 Kelvin, and density is 1.002 kg per meter cube. The fluid property after the shock are related to those shock before the function that is listed in the table. That match number 1 is equal to 2, and we have find out all the values that Ma2 is equal to 0.774, and the pressure ratio of 0.02 by 01 that is 0.7209, and the P2 by P1 is 4.5, and T2 by T1 is 1.6875. Then the ratio of the density 2 and 1 that is 2.6667. Then the stagnation pressure that is P02 and the static pressure P2, static temperature T2, then the static density ρ2 after the shock. The P02 is equal to P07209 into P1, that will become that 0.721 megapascal. Then P2 4.5 P1 is equal to 4.5 into 0.1278 megapascal, that is 0.575 megapascal. Then in the T2 1.6875 into T1, that will imply that 750 Kelvin, and ρ2 that is 2.667 into 1.002 that is 2.67 kg per meter cube. The entropy changes across the shock, that is S2 minus S1 is equal to Cp log T2 minus T1, T2 by T1 minus R log P2 by P1. Here from this we get the values that is 0.942 kg kilojoule per kg Kelvin. Thus, the entropy of the air increases as it experiences a normal shock, which is highly irreversible. The third one is the air velocity after the shock can be determined by the V2 is equal to ma2 c2, where c2 is the speed of the sound at the exit condition after the shock. The V2 is equal to ma2 c2 is equal to c2 will value shall be find out by the under root kRT2. The Mach number having the value 0.5774 is under root 1.4 into 0.287 into 750.1, that will becomes 317 meter per second. The mass flow rate through a converging and diverging nozzle with a sonic condition at the throat is not affected by the presence of shock wave in the nozzle. Therefore, the mass of the rate in this case is the same as the determined. That is, the mass flow is 2.86 kg per second. This result can be easily be verified by using the property values at the nozzle exist after the shock at all Mach numbers significant greater than the unity. This has come to an end, and stay tuned for the next videos, and thank you for watching this video.